Meow, my beautiful witches, bitches, queers, and weirds. Moonkittee here. It's a new year. Let's get witchy. What we're going to do today is an unboxing video. Tonight, we're going to be doing the Lucine Tarot. This is another Kickstarter that I backed. What's cool about this particular deck is it is a lunar or a moon-based deck. I have been looking for a good moon deck. What's cool about this particular deck is it did come out in two different versions. There is the Twilight version and the Midnight version. The Twilight version has a white mother of pearl background, and the Midnight version has more of a black pearlescent effect to it. I got the Midnight version. We'll be seeing that. I do not have the Twilight version. That you can go to the website for Lisa Santine, who is the author of this, and it will direct you to various Etsy stores that will sell the Lucine Tarot. The Lucine Tarot. Let's go ahead and do this. All right. So Lucine Tarot on here. Again, I kind of got a bit of a ring. My ring light's kind of going on there. It's like, look, you can see my face in the packaging. We're going to pull it off in a second. So pretty straightforward. I haven't opened it, but I did just enough of a, rip it open. Okay. Lucine Tarot. The box is really cool. It is soft. It's got a very, very velvety suede feel to it. Feels very elegant. Have the phases of the moon across the back. Because of the connection to water and tides, it is said to represent our emotions and our subconscious mind. Lucine, the moon, a word that originates from the Armenian language. What we see on the surface does not often reflect what is going on underneath. In a subtle way, Lucine reminds us that all things on earth have a natural cycle. It is ever-changing and growing from the thinnest sliver of light to a large luminous orb suspended majestically, then slowly fading back again to nothing. From the completely illuminated moon representing the height of power, the realization that our desires, and the peak of clarity, to the new moon representing darkness, the time before something, a moment when intentions are set into motion. Tarot is said to be a mirror of our soul, a key to our inner wisdom. Like so many forms of divination, tarot is a sacred and powerful tool that often guides us as we connect to our higher selves, while stimulating our intuition and reflecting our inner realities back to us. This is the Lucine Tarot by Lisa Santine. And as you can see here, it's got a really pretty bronze gold foil on the edges. Has that phases of the moon. This deck, Major Arcana, we have the Fool, Magician, High Priestess, Empress, Emperor, Hierophant, Lovers, Chariot, Strength, Hermit, Wheel of Fortune, Justice, Hanged Man, Death, Temperance, the Devil, the Tower, the Star, Moon, Sun, Judgment, the World. One thing I'm already noticing, this has no little black book. I'm sorry, that's annoying. I get that we are in a modern world, and yes, you can look things up on a PDF, and yes, the traditional Rider-Waite-Smith descriptions have been out there for a long time. However, as someone who maybe coming into it new, having that little handy book of reference is really, really important to have. And trying to then be in the middle of a reading and then, oh crap, I've got to grab my phone, find my phone, go to the webpage, scroll to find what it is, and then find the meanings. That's really frustrating. And unfortunately, it's one of those things that I keep seeing more and more. And I wish it was different. This does not have a little black book. So we'll be assuming that it is regular Rider-Waite-Smith interpretations. That being said, the artwork is really beautiful. It's very stylized. It's very simplistic. Lunar phases at the top and bottom. The gold aspects, the gold leaf, the gold foil is really beautiful. The imagery is very pretty. It is a very, very pretty dark deck. There is no question about that. Minor Arcana, we have the Ace of Cups, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So again, very pretty. Each of the cards, it's because again, they're so stylized, it's going to be a little bit more difficult to easily interpret the way a lot of other basic decks go. But again, if you know your RWS, then you're not going to have a problem reading these cards. I will say it's very hard to see the numbers. So this is the 10 of cups, for example, but it's very hard to see. There is the word 10. If I tilt it, you can kind of see it. It's printed very, very small. Same thing of cups at the bottom. So you can see it and you can count the cups, obviously, to see what's in there to make sure that it's the same thing. But if you're looking for an easy, quick reference as you're just kind of doing quick glances without having to stare at the deck too long to figure out what it means, this may be a little bit more of a challenge for you. So I would definitely call this an intermediate to advanced deck rather than a beginner deck. We have our court cards of cups. So we have our page, knight, queen, and king. Pentacles. So we have ace, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Court cards for pentacles. Page, knight, queen, and king. Our suit of swords, ace, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Page of Swords, Knight, Queen, and King of Swords. Wands, we have our Ace, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Page, Knight, Queen, and King. It looks like this deck does come with 2 of their own cards. So we have the Awakened and we have Transmute. I'll be honest, I'm worried about how well I'm going to be able to do readings on this one. It's not very intuitive at all. Beautiful. Like I said, I am really disappointed in the lack of a book, especially if you're going to add your own cards to it, because now you are forcing people to go to a third-party location that they may or may not have access. You take your deck on a road trip to a cabin and you want to do readings, but you can't do that if you don't know your RWS, because you don't have internet access to look it up on your phone. Let's see how they shuffle. The card material is very solid. It is nice thick. It's got a little bit of a wobble to it, but it's a good solid tarot thickness. Again, has the nice sharp gold foil edges. It feels good in the hands. It's not too big once you get used to adjusting for tarot cards. Shuffles good. Okay, yeah, feels good for a side shuffle. I am going to go ahead and cut this. We'll see what our cards have to say with our intro, but before I do that, I am going to pull up her website. Okay, well, I don't have it. I can't find it. I have no idea. No easy link to what the meaning is on her website. Apparently, she sent me as part of the Kickstarter a link to a PDF version, but emails get lost and there's nothing on the Kickstarter as to where to go to find another one. It just said, the one person said, I can't find it, so I will email you another link. Well, that's not helpful. That's really, really not helpful. You got to be able to read it. We will do our best to interpret based on what we know. So, that being said, and knowing that I have already said to you as a deck, you're gorgeous, but you're unapproachable. Okay? You are the unapproachable person, or so it seems. Are you really, truly welcoming? Who are you? Tell me about yourself. You are awakened. You are the card that we have no meaning for. Okay, thanks. I don't have a meaning for this. This is a card that the author included. I'm thinking this card is telling me we need to awaken those latent skills that are in us and trust that we know what we're doing. You are a deck that's going to challenge. You are going to be a card deck that goes out there and makes you look at things from a different perspective and makes you go back and reevaluate what you have learned. What are your strengths? We have the Four of Cups. Cups are emotion. Four is a moment of meditation, and fours are moments of stillness. Fours are the calm before the storm. We're looking at emotions here. This is helping you calm those crazy emotions. Your emotions are running higher and you are feeling really stressed out. I'm getting the feel this deck is designed to bring you back down, bring you back into yourself, bring yourself back centered, and look to the moon. Look to that idea of the ebb and the flow, the changing tides, how that all works together. What are your weaknesses or limitations as a deck? The Emperor is divine masculine. So what this is telling me, your weaknesses are the divine masculine. This is a very feminine, divine feminine base tarot deck. It leans and skews much more towards that. It's not that it can't be used with masculine energy, but lunar tends to skew towards the divine feminine, mysterious, intuitive, internal. It doesn't like boisterous, loud, masculine energy. What types of readings do you prefer? The Chariot. Readings that are going to progress you forward. So that makes total sense with this idea of awakening, being who are you in your strengths, being this calm before the storm. What kind of limits readings are you going to want? It's going to want those readings that are on that verge of momentum, moving forward, going into something. This will be the right kind of deck for what do I do next? For all that I have kind of like had a negative aspect at first and saying that this is not very intuitive, it's coming through a lot more intuitive than I thought it would be. That's a good thing. So it is awakening my perception to what it is and how it could read. How to collaborate with you. The 10 of Wands. Wands are fire, creativity, passion, energy, will. 10s are that completion, that celebration. You have mastered it. You know what you are doing. Share your strengths, share your passion, share your energy, and share your creativity. That will work really well with helping to get this information coming through on the deck. It was actually a lot more intuitive, I'll be honest, than I thought it was going to be. Or maybe I'm just getting better at knowing my RWS. But for not having a book, for not having anything that goes with it, I'm happy with it. It's going to be a deck that I will use, but I think it's going to be one of those that I will use more in specific circumstances, and definitely when I am leaning for more feminine guidance. Thanks for hanging out with me. If you liked what you saw, please click the like, follow, or subscribe button below to get notified about future Meow-tastical content and unboxing videos. As always, I love you. Mwah! Mwah! Meow!